You guys, the wind today. And that was what it was mainly like.
Yeah, no, I gotta agree with that. I mean, it was pretty silent.
Yeah,
It didn't bother me much at all.
I would
Yeah.
concur.
I was inside actually most of the day,
Me
so
too.
it wasn't really a
I didn't
problem for me.
notice it.
Yeah,
If-
but being in where we are,
I'm happy you relayed to me what it was like to be outside today, because I would have known.
Did you guys not go outside today? Did you
not
work
at
remote?
all.
You worked
I
remotely?
walked to my car.
Not until I drove to come
Well,
here.
yeah, the walk from my car to
I was
the
next to a
school.
building.
I don't park as close to the building.
I'm in a garage when I leave from home.
Good point.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I can't feel that wind like that. So
I just ignore wind when I'm outside.
Yeah, I just stopped letting it affect me.
Yeah.
That's why
I grew.
All right.
I'm
geez.
above wind.
I turned 20 and grew the fuck up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wind's
Every time I
Damn.
feel a little while,
When's a
it's a little chilly, I
maturity
just decide
thing?
to be
I didn't.
bored.
When's a
That's
maturity
that.
thing?
Sorry, I'm still an elemental minor to
You're
you
learning.
guys.
You're learning.
All
Screw
right.
you, Will.
Hey,
fuck you
welcome to
guys.
another episode of the DisasterMinds Podcast. I'm Micah,
I'm Joel.
I'm Will.
I'm Noah.
and we're back at it again with another episode for you guys. Boy, are we excited to be here.
First off, can I say
Hit it.
we're getting very like tight with that intro.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
that
we got,
was
so
we got
tight.
it.
best one yet.
We
Yeah.
got it down pat, dude.
Oh yeah.
I dig it.
It's rhythmic. Ooh.
All right. Well, now we're not tight.
working there. We're working
Rhythmatic.
our way downtown.
It's
We're,
rhythmatic.
Rhythmic.
Grammatically. Okay, so a new show came out this week. that-
today. Didn't it come out today?
It did come out today.
When this is
That was
being
the
recorded.
But
premiere?
this podcast will not be out on the day.
I guess it was.
So
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
gonna say-
I meant 2 days ago
The
today.
illusion's broken now. People don't know. It's all ruined.
I wasn't aware that was the premiere.
Yeah, me
It was.
neither. I had no
Today-
idea.
So, okay,
No, it literally
all right.
came out today. Yeah.
I'm like, this probably came out like a week ago. We're just
No.
getting around to it.
Nah,
now.
this is it. This is it.
Wow.
All right,
Too much
so
hype around
for
it.
those of you who haven't guessed what we're talking about yet, the new series on Paramount Plus came out, Halo. It premiered on
not to be
March 20
confused with the video game Halo.
Though they are kind of.
Though they're
They're
connected.
a little bit
I don't know. I don't see it.
source material. I think
I don't
is
see it
what I
either.
would
That
say.
one guy does look like the main character from Halo.
Yeah, it's kind of
No.
like how George Lucas.
He's not
took
as
the idea
pixelated.
of a
He's some
moisture
kind of
farm
Star
from
Trek
Dune.
guy.
Who is?
So true.
No,
The
actually,
main guy, the green guy.
He's like
Was
a-
he Yoda?
So we haven't said it yet, but Mandalorian season 4 came out today.
Yeah, we watched the first episode.
We
of
watched the
that.
first episode, and they kind of went back to the roots, kind of like how episode
Episode
7,
one.
episode 7, kind of went back to the roots.
It did?
Didn't it kind of pull like a New Hope with like Star Killer base being destroyed or whatever? And it was kind of like, oh, the Death Star again. That's cool. But this
the
time,
Mandalorian.
no, sorry, Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh, we thought you were talking about the
man.
Mandalorian.
No.
See how he jumped around like that?
He did jump around
Did
like
you
that.
follow him?
He did not specify his pronouns. I could not follow
I
him.
didn't follow him at all.
It's because we just watched Halo. He's bunny hopping.
Oh
There you
yeah.
That was Halo.
It's
bunny hopping.
Cat's out of the bag.
It's because I couldn't follow the plot that I had to jump around.
Cat's out of the bag.
Is it out of?
The bag of milk.
Oh, geez.
We have
okay.
those.
So back on track here.
I
We
know.
watched-
I'll give you a shout out here.
All right, go ahead, Han.
Well, so of course, like you're saying, we watched Halo. Main character, Master Chief,
Yeah.
voiced and bodied
Acted.
by
Body.
Played by.
Pablo Schreiber.
Yes, exactly.
Liev Schreiber's half brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
like the military
who
dude?
is a Canadian
No,
fella.
never mind.
Wait,
I'm thinking of
where are you
a
going?
completely different guy who wrote a book with Jocko Willing.
We're
Completely
talking
different
about
guy.
the Ray Donovan, the Sabretooth, the
Yeah,
Liev
there we go.
But like
There
the
you
brother
go.
of.
the half brother.
the brother of the Ray Donovan, the Sabretooth.
formerly known as.
Yeah, allow me to introduce to you. It's like a WWE hype up, but it's like the half brother of.
So
You may know him as the brother of.
So this Pablo guy, he plays Master Chief in this Halo series. He's been in a couple different things, but we're not going to talk about what he was in. We're going to talk about what he is in Halo.
That
What
Spartan
did you
armor.
guys think of that first episode?
I
Like
wanted.
overall opinion.
I can give you my overall opinion while it's fresh on my mind.
Yeah, but before we go into in-depth opinion,
Yeah.
I want your overall opinion.
Overall opinion, going into it, I wanted to not like it because I was saying we don't need the Halo show. Oh, it's going to follow the Halo 5 or the Halo like Infinite storyline. We don't need that. No one was asking for it, and it's going to ruin Halo and going to make everyone be like, oh, did you see, like talking about this Halo show like it's the canon.
Right.
But after watching it, I was like, okay, I could see myself getting into this. It doesn't have to be the canon. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed it.
I think it's a good point. I was worried about the same thing. I didn't, based on the trailers, I really didn't know what they were going after with this, and I was afraid that they were going to try and basically rewrite the source material. You know, like take there's this game called Halo. Here are the characters, and here's what we're doing with it. Based on what we
Star Wars sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We thought they were going to Star Wars sequel it, but they
but they didn't. From what we gathered, this actually takes place.
But they ended up Star Wars Disney Plus showing it.
Yeah.
By copying The Mandalorian. Anyway, sorry.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Kind of. But we gathered with that it was a prequel to everything. It's even before.
No, it's not a prequel. It's just
It is.
It's like a whole separate story.
You
I thought it
think
was a
you think
prequel.
it's a different universe? You think it's not related?
It can't be.
I think it is going to be.
Master Chief doing what he has done in the show without giving it away yet. What he has done in this show with like Halsey and Keyes isn't dead, and Halsey still has her arm, and he's doing what he's doing, and there are other Spartans in the mix. It has to be a separate story.
I think it's
They
before
can,
Reach.
they can just reprogram
because that's
him.
why there's so many Spartans around.
yeah, but
They can just
still.
reprogram him.
They could.
Is it-
Oh, you're right. They could just reprogram. Never mind. Then
That's
it's
what
totally.
I'm
I don't feel like
It's
I don't-
totally plausible
To this
then.
moment, we don't know how this is going to come,
You're
like
right.
how this is going to end.
Is there any
So
like
You're right.
official?
This
Like,
might be-
is this a prequel or is this a different universe? Is
This-
there any like official word on that?
I haven't heard anything, but it is. But they did say 343 Industries is a big part of it.
Okay. Time out. I decided that we have instruments of knowledge in front of us, and I did some Googling.
Okay, well that's
What does it say?
Executive producer Kiki Wolfkill revealed that the series is a standalone story that takes place within its own,
Will's right again.
in quotation marks, silver timeline, and that is inspired by the game franchise rather than a continuation, adaptation, or a prequel.
What was
that
the
changes-
name of that
that
executive?
changes my opinion. Then I don't like it.
Kiki Wolfkill.
What a name!
My
Kiki
father's name is
Wolfkill.
my father's name's not Wolfkill, but my dad's name is Kiki. Just want to point that out there. Anyways,
Well, that's a killer name, especially paired with Wolfkill.
That's a
That's
wolf
yeah,
killer
Wolfkill coming
name.
in there. It's like what?
Yeah, like Wolfkill. That
You
pair
killed a
with
wolf?
anything. You could be like George Wolfkill, and that would just sound epic.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think
anything.
I'm gonna start a campaign to change my last name to Wolfkill.
Do it.
Not worth it.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot.
That
Of
George
work.
Wolf kills like the name that George Costanza would use, like if he was trying to get into some place that he didn't belong.
Art
Yeah.
Vandalay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so wow, that
So Will.
changes
So first
everything.
off, just so
No,
so I hear
I
it,
don't need this part of it.
Will's right.
I don't need it.
wait,
Will was right.
who was right?
Will.
Boom, we heard it.
So
here first, boys.
also,
Here,
also, just want to say because
gosh, I hate it a little bit more now. Actually,
because of
after
that truth, I feel like because of that, like knowing that now, I actually like the episode much less.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
kinda.
But let's
There's
dive
no.
into why.
There's no story to ruin though.
That's true.
That's
okay.
true. Anything can happen.
that's not true.
It's a
No.
fanfic. It's literally a fanfic.
There's not.
No.
No. Stop. There's not a story to ruin. There's a character to ruin.
That, okay.
So
okay.
anyways, so
Yeah.
in this movie, okay, so never mind. Yeah.
And
So
a
Luke
whole
Skywalker
UNSC
actually
rule?
tried to kill his Padawan.
You can't stop comparing the two.
Actually,
It does not.
that's 100% valid and accurate.
No, but
to
not
this.
not to this because episode 7
No, they-
and on is an actual until it's been retconned. Hopefully it does.
We should break it down
It's
so the
kinda
audience
been
knows
half
what we're
retconned.
talking about.
by
Sure,
fans,
yeah,
not by
Will-
producers.
Fair enough.
We'll go ahead and start breaking it
Okay,
down.
I
You-
took-
Let's just break it down.
I took notes. We are on the planet. I knew I would forget it, but it is Madrigal. Planet
Madrigal, yeah.
Madrigal. And it is like a colony. There's a place on it that's a colony for rebels against the UNSC who want nothing to do with the UNSC. And there are some kids. It starts with the rebels talking like trash on the UNSC. They're like, we don't like them, but the Spartans. Here's a ghost story about Spartans. And how they're
Badass.
cool and they're badass and whatever. And then you've got like your stoner kids who are going to find plants. And here's a little thing they didn't elaborate on, but I think it's going to come back later. The chick we have now,
I doubt it though.
it was like
They
these
left
are
that planet.
these like mushroom things,
Yeah,
and they're like
little seeds.
these are good for fueling ships and making drugs, is
Yeah.
what she says. And then they like four of
That-
the kids eat these drugs, and she doesn't. And then the Covenant come, they wipe everyone out. Like the Spartans come, they save this village. She's the
Not
only
really.
survivor. Well,
They don't.
149 casualties.
they save this village. She's the only survivor.
Yeah, he was totally cool reporting no casualties. Like nobody survived. Like he's like, yeah, nobody survived. Then he goes, oh wait, shit. Actually,
we
one
got
survived.
One survived. And he didn't
And then
take him with her until
they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
They just were like, yeah, okay, no, wait, one. I made a mistake with my counting.
then they go and find a cave. And Master Chief's like, I'm going to take one of you guys with me. Two of you, there are 4 Spartans total. 2 of you go and just scout recon or whatever.
Recon.
They go, they find an object. Master Chief has memories. Oh, memories of what? Well, if you know Master Chief's backstory, he was kidnapped when he was, and then like trained.
A wee
and
lad.
brainwashed. Yeah, as a wee lad, and was trained to be a Spartan as per Halsey's Spartan program. Before everyone else became like clone, they started raising a Matrix style like clones. Right. But he was one of the few who was kidnapped. I don't know if they're gonna say that, or if he's gonna show the other Spartans in this series that like, hey, you were kidnapped too, or if they're gonna stick with you were the first Spartan, and these other 3 were grown from birth. Anyway, they find this object. He has memories. They find the UNSC finds out he's having memories, and then there is this distrust. So now we've got Master Chief finding out that he's brainwashed, and he's asking questions, and he knows UNSC is bad, so he's going away. Which here's the divide. Here's the away from the game story is UNSC's bad, and we have this like rebel figure. We didn't have that in the games. We didn't have rebel people.
I want to time out here real quick because
Rebel from the UNSC. Yeah.
Rebelling from
right.
the,
Yeah,
rebelling.
I think Noah made a good point about that, or maybe Joel did while we were watching.
No,
One of
I
you two
doubt
did.
I made a good point.
Was that like that is becoming such a trope now within movies? Is go ahead, Noah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like pretty much every, especially if it's like a reboot or readaptation, they love to just be like, oh, hey, here's this like institution or organization you loved in the original one. Yeah. They're actually kind of shitty.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it's all in the name of like making it super like kind of nuanced and like, because there's not like black and white in the real world, but it's like, you don't want to think about all that when you just want good guys and bad guys, right?
And I know I just said,
right,
stop comparing it, but Joel, you made this going back to even in The Last Jedi, they did the exact same thing with the new Resistance. Is that leader? She was very like, here's the plan. Here's what we have to do.
I thought the message was that she was supposed to be the hero.
No, I know, but so the point is that like you had the rebel Poe Dameron who was going against it, right?
Yeah, trying to do the right thing.
Trying to do the right thing, because the people who you grew to love, the rebellion, is not making the right decisions all of a sudden. You don't know why, and it's really weird how that is constantly being like.
Yeah, and even in like the Batman, it was like, oh, Thomas and Martha Wayne, like these philanthropists.
Yeah, they
actually,
were
absolutely.
They like they're in bed with the mob, like
right.
like
it turns out there is
everything. It has to be they weren't.
There is nobody who makes the right choice.
Yeah, it's like everyone wants that one standalone good guy. Like there's only one person out of all the entire masses. One person is good out of all of it. I don't know.
No, it's more like people are wanting there to not be anyone who's perfect, which is true. But they're like, I'm not perfect, so I don't want to see somebody who's accomplishing that.
That's fair.
And it's like, I only want to see someone who's down to my peg. But I think that's the wrong way to view it. I think that instead of bringing people down to my peg, we should be still leaving that goal up high.
Or like telling stories that inspire the good,
right.
the moral good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think it's a difference in like the kind of philosophy behind it. Because I think a lot of these studios and producers they're like telling a story for the sake of realism, where it used to be you told a story for the sake of inspiration.
Yeah, the story wasn't supposed to be the thing you saw right in front of you. They were supposed to you were supposed to read into that and see kind of like what it's telling you versus just, oh no, y'all suck.
Yeah, you know what I got from
so do these characters.
You know what I got from Star Wars from the sequels
What?
was no matter how hard I try in 4, 5, and 6, if I thought that I like overcame something, I didn't.
You're right. You're right.
Or maybe
the
maybe
guy
like
kept coming back.
Snoke is actually coming back in Star Wars number 10, 11, and 12. Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
is that real?
They're doing another sequels, and Snoke is coming back.
Oh, they're
as
doing
the main
more
villain.
movies. Hey, you know
So
what'd be really
Snoke
cool?
isn't really dead.
Time out. You're joking.
I am joking.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, first off, I don't need 3 more movies of Star Wars. Second off, if I did get 3 more movies of Star Wars, I would hope that they just got rid of the whole Skywalker thing.
I don't want to.
Like, just go anywhere else in the universe.
Just
I don't
make
care.
analog,
I don't
like-
care.
I've been
You know,
saying that for
analogy movies.
so long.
Yeah, no, they did not have to come back with it just to bring a Palpatine and be
No,
like, I choose to be Skywalker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. I mean, Solo Story.
if you identify
Rogue
as a
One,
Skywalker,
I identify as a Skywalker.
all the other animated series and even the series that are on Disney Plus have proven to you that there is a much more expansive universe out there that is independent from Skywalker.
Where's our Kit Fisto spinoff?
That's what I want to see.
Another thing about that though is like the whole like I'm not a Palpatine. That's basically just like you are your parents. It's just like you are your parents unless you change your name.
What if you?
Then you're not.
You don't get to make your own choices unless you change your name. Like I don't.
All right, we're off the rails here. Go
No,
back.
but I
way
just
off the
hate
rails.
that. I hate
take it
those
back to Halo.
movies.
Go ahead.
Yep.
You have the helm.
I've learned a lot from those movies.
So
No, you
the
haven't.
one
About how much I
survivor,
hate those movies.
the one survivor talks with Master Chief. She's like, "You killed my mom." He's like, "We had orders to, and then the orders changed." And this is while he's questioning his allegiance to the UNSC.
Yeah, he's already had like
Yeah.
turmoil within his mind.
And the UNSC knows he's questioning. So basically, there's this whole shortly put, the teams are formed where you have the UNSC and the 3 Spartans, along with Captain Keyes, Miranda Keyes, and Halsey, and then the other lady. And they're the UNSC. They're the people who are chasing now Master Chief and what's her name? Quan Ha.
Yeah.
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 That's exactly it. And
They're off. And I mean, I think one of our biggest critiques now is like, okay, is this a Mandalorian situation where it's just big man in the armor with quote unquote, I'm saying quote unquote because I don't believe she's helpless. She's actually like competent and a rebel who's fought and
Only
survived.
I don't
way
know.
more.
I don't know. Like I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you're necessarily supposed to grasp that, considering the scene where she survives, she doesn't do anything. She just runs.
Like she wasn't
Yeah.
fighting,
and
anything. She
it's
just kinda
all
lucked out.
it all almost seems like slapstick how accidental it is that she
Yeah,
survives.
we see this
Like-
girl survive way too many things.
Well, no,
She
she's
gets
like,
lucky.
hey guys, I'll be right back, but hold on one sec. And she leaves the room. Then the elite opens up the door and shoots everybody in that room.
murder.
She,
Like-
tells that little boy like, "I'm gonna go get help," and he's like, "Don't be safe." And she's like, "I'm gonna be all right.
Don't
We're
worry,
rebels."
I'll be all right. But I don't know about you.
And-
Here in the bunker with doors and windows.
It was-
wink, wink.
Yeah, worst bunker I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
was-
There's like a
Energy
French
store.
doors on it. So you can go out there and have your morning coffee.
the energy sword went
They
through the
probably
door
did.
like it was butter. Like
Yeah,
it didn't
seriously.
Yeah.
even
The
stop
energy
it.
swords went through a lot of things like they were butter though. They're
Yeah.
basically lightsabers.
The guy's torso.
Yeah, what is this energy sword comprised of?
Plasma.
Oh yeah, it's used by a Kyber.
Yeah. There's a kyber crystal.
How
in
does
there.
plasma cut through a door like that?
Have you seen plasma?
Have you ever seen? Tell me you've touched
Yeah,
plasma and
I've seen a lot of people donate plasma, and you know what?
It seems
not
like a
that
pain in the
threatening.
ass. It's like, yeah, this door cost me like $100 to open, and I'm hella dizzy.
Hey, but I got lunch for my family today, so that's
That
what's
was
important.
cool.
Okay, all right. Let's fast forward, leaving some secrecies within the rest of the episode. We get to the point where
They show High Charity and
They do-
the prophet
yeah.
of mercy,
Like
Yeah.
a human covenant
and
chick.
a human lady
she
who is
she's
like,
some sort of
They're in a real
powers.
click conversation.
they have a very quick conversation. And
No,
she has
click.
a
I said
click.
click.
They have a
Yeah.
click conversation. We didn't understand
Yeah.
much of what they said, but
Subtitles for the win.
there were subtitles and that helped us.
And she was reading 50 Shades of Grey.
She wasn't. That was the joke we made. She was reading a book to help understand humans.
Why don't
Well, no. So
go ahead?
she's there. Prophet of Mercy shows up. He's like, "Hey, there's a dude who is we're pretty sure is the Master Chief, and he's like doing all this stuff or whatever." I don't remember the exact conversation, but either way, it looks like she is some sort of figurehead to the Covenant, but she's reading a human book.
Yep.
And they say, or the Prophet of Mercy's like, "I hope you're reading that to learn how our enemy's mind works better." And she's like, "Yep, that's why I'm reading it." But it was very much like she says that, but really she's like, "These are my people," and she's sucked into this
But
book.
really, she's like, man, this Karl Marx, he really knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, she's reading the Communist
Yeah,
Manifesto,
yeah.
or she's reading Mein Kampf, and she's like,
Right.
"This is all making
She's like,
sense."
man, I totally get it.
No, but Anyway, so this person who is supposedly a villain who, like, I guess now that we've proven this is a standalone Halo story, doesn't matter that she's a human in Covenant.
I'm trying to figure out who the actress. I can't find her.
But yeah, so other than that, we have our story. We've got Master Chief along with Quan Ha,
Yep,
and the artifact which makes him see memories, which is also an EMP device that like steals power.
Apparently, it does a lot of different things.
Does a lot of different things. It's our mystery. That is our Grogu.
Yeah.
Power, and then versus
It's like an energy sword.
versus the
Don't get it.
UNSC,
Yeah.
but also put to the side there, you've got your Covenant threat, which we don't know what their motive is. All we know is we're running from the UNSC,
Yeah.
and that's your first episode of
Here-
Halo on Paramount Plus.
That's a
And
great.
but also like their Covenant wiped out an entire city.
Mm-hmm.
100+ people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're finding out that the real bad guys is the system.
Actually,
yeah,
you know,
it's
I want to
kinda-
make a
that's-
comment
yeah.
about that because
Feels political.
in the very beginning when there's that showdown in the little town where all the rebels were fighting the Covenant, there's a standoff between a Covenant and the Quan Ha's father, and he is shooting at the guy. He runs out of bullets, or he's almost out of bullets, and then the UNFC ship shows up, and Master Chief just drops him like a badass, and this rebel who's literally face to face with a Covenant alien who's about to kill him, sees a guy who he has depicted in his mind to be his mortal enemy, turns his back
On the elite.
on the elite, and goes, "I'm going to shoot at this guy instead." And then Master Chief saves his life.
And he's still shooting at him.
And yeah, as he's shooting at him, and he goes, and then they give each other a little nod, and like, "Oh, we're cool now." Like what? It was so weird.
Yeah.
So I did not get that scene.
I think that was supposed to illustrate the like, oh, we don't have. If you don't have all of the information, all the motives, like, how can you base your opinions or whatever?
That's when they bring in the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I mean, basically, yeah. All of a sudden, the Covenant and the Rebel are like
they're
an
getting along
alliance.
just peachy when they're working to kill the
You
Covenant.
murdered my entire family. Well, this guy's here now. Let's
Someone
go
should have
after him.
told him.
It's like, well, obviously not your entire family because your dad's right there.
Someone should have told me you don't win rebellions by killing those you hate, but by saving those you love.
No. Too much.
I don't know if this is off topic, but
I'm
the
sure it
only
is.
other little critique I had was like the combat looks so clunky. Like in the Halo games, the whole point
Super
is they're,
CG too.
Yeah, they're wearing like a ton, like literally a ton of armor, like 1,000 pounds of armor.
Yeah.
But they still
in
are
America,
able to run
a
and like.
ton is
Well,
2,000
okay,
pounds.
Oh,
but also,
really?
Yeah.
but also
But like
like
they're able to like jump and run and do all that shit. But like the elites and the Spartans both look so like
no,
like, they
on,
look
yeah.
like they're
On top of
laboring,
it,
man.
the armor is like supposed to be like an exoskeleton where it supports all that weight. So
Yeah.
not they're not supposed to be necessarily holding all that weight. It's supposed to be like they have that armor plus that armor helps them
Yeah.
to run faster, to punch harder, like
It
do all
looked like
that
it was
stuff.
slowing them down, which is
Yeah,
nothing
they
you ever
look
see
they
in the
look
games
so
or anything.
clunky. Which,
Except for
like,
the CG jumping
That was
when
weird.
he did that.
That was so
That
weird.
was like the
well,
only exception.
like it's like they CG'd him throwing a gun to the ground. Why couldn't they just CG the suits on him like Iron Man?
But even then,
Like-
they didn't need to CG the gun.
No.
they
But
threw
what
too.
I'm saying
Yeah.
is to make him look less clunky because like if you're wearing the armor but you look weak, it just doesn't really work. Like I get like
Yeah,
what you're
exactly.
saying is like it just
Yeah.
didn't look right. Like it's
Yeah.
not what it should have been for Halo because like for how much armor he's wearing, Master Chief gets around pretty well. Like
Yeah.
he can move.
Especially when you put on a jetpack. You know what I'm talking about?
Like I think like the Halo lore says he can like run like 40 kilometers an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
For
it's
us
like
Ameri-
I don't
wait.
No,
For
but
us
like I said-
Americans, what is that?
Well,
Can you
like
look up
20
the
miles
con-
an hour.
No, but like I said, like it looked like they were running full speed while in a swimming pool.
exactly.
Like that's
yeah.
what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like it was like, yeah, like
Yeah.
that. Like that's the type of stuff it looked like. I don't know. It just wasn't right.
Yeah, something looked a little off.
Yeah. So final. Well, like what else do we have?
Oh,
to
I'm
say
gonna
on this
watch
one?
episode 2, I guess, if that's
yeah,
what you're
for
asking.
sure.
Like,
I think-
I'm,
okay,
not, I'm not giving up on it on
We
one
could
episode.
totally next week. We could totally watch episode 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
most likely we will. So if you're listening to this, and
Welcome to the Halo podcast.
at this point, we're gonna dissect every episode and tell you what we thought about it. But real quick, Noah, you start. Tell us this like quick little few seconds. Your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. I mean, overall, I liked it. Like, it caught my interest. I'll watch the next episode.
Right.
And I'm like just interested to see where they take it, honestly, especially now knowing that's like just a fresh take on it.
I like it.
But we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Well,
Yeah, I think definitely going into it, I was scared that they were gonna be like, oh, you had to play Halos 4, 5, and Infinite to understand this story with all these characters. But I'm glad that the other 3 Spartans aren't like incredibly pivotal names, and that this is just a standalone story. I think that I was nervous they were just gonna like ruin Halo for everyone who grew up with it. But I think that like
Still
okay,
possible.
it is still possible. But I think that right now, if you set yourself in the mind of this is a fanfic, sure, whatever, I'll
Yep.
watch this fanfic.
okay, Joel.
I would say so far the story is super basic and common right at this moment, and I don't think it's going to end well. But I'm going to keep watching because I'm a sucker for something new.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think I would just combine all.
I didn't say
3.
different. I said new. But it's already.
Yeah, I understand. I'll say basically all 3 things combined. I'm interested to see where it goes. Have a new perspective on it now that I know that it's not basically canon. So that allows my mind to allow it to have creative freedom to do with it what they want. Because by the end of that last episode, I was like, this is not at all in line with Master
Yeah,
Chief.
because if it was the case, it'd be like, how are they going to wrap this up by Halo
Exactly,
Reach?
exactly.
Where it's normal again.
Yeah,
So,
so,
just
yeah.
completely fresh story.
So yeah, I think we'll just keep going with it and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, all right. So Noah, 3
Micah?
seconds. Go.
Oh, shoot.
Name 3 Lego video games.
Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones.
Ooh,
Easy.
that was
Damn.
dang.
You gave him a softball.
That was a softball,
It was his
man.
first time
It
doing
started
3
with
seconds.
leg. Every one of those started with leg. That's in your brain.
Yeah, it's true. It was a softball.
EA Sports.
should I give him
it's in
another
your
one?
brain.
Yeah, give him another
Yeah, give
one.
me
tough
another
one?
I'm
Okay.
warmed up now.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, yeah. Now he knows what's coming.
10 seconds. Go. Name movies that never uses a gun.
Well, wait. Star Wars, because it's blasters, not guns.
All right.
Star Wars. Shoot. Lord of the Rings. The King.
Wow.
There we go.
What's the king?
That's that Netflix movie with Timothy Chalamet.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It was like medieval times Netflix.
Oh, you're
movie.
right.
Yeah.
Duh, dude.
Oh yeah.
Good job. Wow.
Okay,
All right.
fine. So you're really good at the game.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
10 seconds, go. Name 3 musicals, the movie, like movies.
Oklahoma, Moulin Rouge,
5.
Beating the Beast. Does that
Boom.
count?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, sick.
All
Oh,
right.
sweet.
What?
Oh my gosh, I was so worried because
Tell me why you were so worried.
my brain
Okay, so moving
doesn't
on
function
that.
within like 10 seconds. I need at least
You
6
need
days
you need
to comprehend what you said, and then be like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, that would have been a good one
would've
for
been
the
a
musical.
great answer.
That would have been so solid. Yeah, that's what I would have done, I think.
You're right. Yeah, you would have later driving to work fuck, that's what it would have
Exactly.
been. Yeah,
Exactly.
I got it. Okay, so there's a new movie coming out. We saw a trailer for it a little while ago. It's been out for a little bit. I heard about this movie a while back, and now I've started seeing trailers for it. I'm super excited for it. It's the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yes, yeah, that movie looks funny.
Yeah,
It does look
it looks
funny,
pretty.
yeah.
I think all of us here have seen the trailer. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a movie basically about Nick Cage,
It's a documentary. I
played
think.
by Nick Cage, being Nick Cage, and it's kind of like real life mixed in with some fancy stuff.
He becomes his own action
supposed
hero.
to- yeah,
Exactly.
It's a story about
Yeah.
him meeting his biggest fan, played by Pedro Pascal, who's like, I want.
And it's kind of like
him
his
to come
movie
to my
career
private
is
island.
going down the drain.
Yeah, it's
but-
like taking real life situations where no one's really is on to Nick Cage right now. He's constantly trying to get casted or get some work, but it's just nothing's coming through. And then
after he stole the Declaration of Independence, everyone was like,
we're
what
just
else,
so
what else can you
off
do
right now? Yeah, exactly.
And then basically all he's been doing is stealing his whole career. Like he stole that baby in Raising Arizona.
That was such a great.
That's
I
great.
love
That's
that
a great movie. But yeah, it's just what else can he do?
He's been
Yeah.
getting stolen from though, like in Pig, when his foraging pig got stolen.
Did you
from
watch
him.
that one?
I didn't, but I really wanted to.
I
It
haven't
looks so.
seen it yet.
looks so good.
It does. I heard it's a really good movie. What's it really about though? Do you know?
What Pig is about?
Yeah, I actually have no idea. I've only heard great
So
things about
he's a sort of disgraced chef who moves out into like the woods in the middle of nowhere, and he has this foraging pig who hunts for truffles, because you can like get really valuable pigs that hunt for truffles, which are like the most natural thing filled with the most flavor that you don't have to add or something like that. So one day someone breaks in after he's lived like a lone woodsman and steals his pig. And he goes on this journey back into the city, I think into like New York City, to find this pig. And everyone's like, dude, like you're not gonna find this pig. And he's telling people his story of like, I owned this restaurant, and everyone they recognize his name. He owned a restaurant.
Are you being serious about this?
He remembers every person he ever served, but no one knows.
No.
Yeah.
Why does this sound like a Wes Anderson movie?
No, it's like
Honestly.
I
such
don't believe this.
This is 100%.
Okay.
Look it up.
That sounds awesome, though.
It looks so like deep and sad and like
thought it was like
true.
and I'm
like
a guy who's just like
no,
revengeful.
it's about this
murderous.
guy who like remembers everything he ever made for everyone he ever served and never got the recognition for it.
Well,
Now I
Yeah.
really want to watch it.
I mean, but like on the subject of things that he stole, I mean, he stole 228 million from the box office on Ghost Rider.
We're always doing it. Here we go again.
Did you look up the budget for Ghost Rider?
Joel has this thing with Nick Cage where he just wants to out him.
No, I like Nick Cage. I just think there are a lot of really bad movies that he's in.
His
when-
acting
okay,
style is
name
just so
10.
weird. Name 10.
I'm kidding. No, don't do that. Actually,
When I
Ghost
watched
Rider, the second Ghost
no,
Rider.
those are great.
The movie where he goes like this, like because he can see the bullet coming
For
ahead
those
of time.
of you who don't
movie
know
was
what
that?
Joel just did, he like did the Matrix move with a bullet.
I moved to the side because I saw it happening in the future. Like it starts out where he's in a casino and what is that movie?
I don't.
He can see into the future like 10 seconds or something.
Hey.
Oh, Gone in 10 seconds.
Oh,
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. That was Gone in 60
that's
seconds.
gone 60
I got
seconds,
a
yeah.
question for you guys.
Yeah.
Hypothetical here. All
Go
right.
for it.
Thriving in times.
Nick Cage versus Vin Diesel.
No, this is not
The Pope
not
versus
Showdown,
Master Chief.
Smackdown. This is thriving in times.
Gandhi versus Boba Fett. Oh man, I don't know. Boba Fett.
I want to know which time you guys think you could thrive in the best. You gotta tell me why you think you would thrive in it. All right.
Next. It's called Next. Anyways, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what's gonna happen next.
Dune, Harry Potter, or The Lord of the Rings.
Can I answer first?
Sure,
Yeah,
go
go
for it.
Harry
Yeah.
Potter.
Okay, why?
Because we are like in those times right now, and I'm
Yeah.
in America as a Muggle, and I'm doing great.
Okay.
Boring answer, but really logical.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair
that was my
enough.
boring logical answer. I'll leave the rest of you two to do the
And
rest of it.
Joel, with your joke answer, go for it.
Oh, my joke answer? I was gonna really answer it. No, I don't know. I was gonna say Harry Potter also, but I was gonna have a more fun answer. But now I'm not because you said Harry Potter, so I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings.
But tell me why.
Why would I thrive in Lord of the
Tell
Rings?
me why.
Because I think that living the life of a hobbit, like who's not.
So you're choosing to be a hobbit in this.
Well, I think that really hobbits are supposed to be like men. Like,
Okay, let's not break down. To
Okay,
the
fine.
theology
Anyways,
of it.
I would be a hobbit because I would not be one of the hobbits that is entrusted with something important, but I would be a hobbit and I would just live life. I would smoke my tobacco and I would eat a lot of food and I would have hairy feet and not much would be different from reality.
Really, you would choose such a? Oh, you got hairy feet.
Can you show us on the podcast right now?
No, I don't have that hairy feet.
Hey
but-
guys, for
Full
100
feet.
likes on the podcast, Joel.
feet reveal.
Foot reveal.
That could lead us down to the wrong audience.
Yeah, the wrong
Does
side
it-
of the
but
internet.
all of
but
our
does
all of
it-
our fan base is like foot fetishes.
They're like, yeah,
Every-
I like your feet, boy.
Every video is people commenting, "Can I see your feet, please?"
Yeah.
But can I see your feet, please?
We
Yeah.
start every episode with our feet on the table.
Yeah. How about this? Like 10 million subscribers foot reveal.
We're selling out to whoever we can.
But I'm only selling out at 10 million. I feel like that's solid for
I'd sell
subscribers.
pretty much anything for 10 million.
And the second we
one is
hit
great.
10 million, it's just like, oh yeah, I didn't like those.
Stopped
feet.
pandering.
Should've
We
had-
started doing the
should've-
podcast with
should've-
our heads
Should have
down.
had better feet.
Okay. So Joel would be a hobbit who would do nothing.
Dude, I would be thriving because what?
Yeah, that is the
Are you
definition
saying
of
you wouldn't
thriving in
enjoy?
times.
You just be hanging out on your porch every night with your friends, smoking tobacco, eating great food with your friends. That's not thriving.
Going
to you?
to a 111.
Listen. I go.
How many
Hey,
Dalmatians are there?
I go.
What?
Hey, those Bagginses, they're freaking weird.
Yeah,
right?
left for
okay,
like,
I
30
don't realize.
years.
I don't realize that they're actually saving my existence.
Okay.
I'm like, they're weird, and I'm like, you know what? Life is good. I don't care that they're weird, but I'm gonna
Bet.
gossip about them anyways.
All right. I
Hardcore.
respect
Yeah.
that more than the Harry Potter answer I got a little bit ago.
Okay, what was the other universe?
Dune, but this is Noah's turn.
This
now.
is Noah's turn.
Well, I'm gonna try to one up these pussy answers
Yeah,
we've been
okay.
getting here.
Come on, give us some.
Because you guys are just I
No.
want to live my same life just with Harry.
That's not my life.
Or
That's
a
not my life
freaking
now.
robe. Not even a robe in your
Harry.
case. You don't even want to be a wizard. I'm saying Lord of the Rings, but I want to be a freaking rider of Rohan because just be
Woo!
fucking badass,
Yeah,
man.
tell me about
come
it.
on. I don't want to live the same life just with more
You'd be
threats.
dead when the
I just
white
wanna
hand
fucking
reaches
ride
out
around
to
on
you.
a horse and cut off orcs' heads.
There you go.
That sounds epic.
Fight
So
it.
I'm picking Lord of the Rings, but
Oh,
cool
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
So
Okay,
you're
that's
not
chill. I
thriving
respect
because
you.
you're putting your life on the line every day and you may die.
That's true, but
That's not thriving.
Where do
it
Hogwarts
is, in
kids
a
go
sense.
after Hogwarts?
the Ministry of Magic.
Well, but other than that, are there any other jobs that they can
I don't know. That's why I wondered reading them. Are you either in government or
See,
nothing?
okay,
Yeah.
I've been
Like-
no. So I'm actually listening to the books right now because Allie and I were just watching the movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Did you buy it
yeah,
on Apple?
yeah.
Oh,
So you can listen to them. So well, some of them I don't have all of them yet, but
Get them, Joel.
yeah, I will when I get to them.
I'm
But,
buying Dune, you
but
buy
that's
Harry
some-
Potter.
no. I know that's something I was thinking about though. Is how unnecessary wizard money is
Mm-hmm.
when you have other money.
Galleons.
It's like it doesn't matter. It's just a currency.
No,
like,
unless you go. What is it? I wouldn't pronounce like Harry Potter did. Is it Diagon Alley?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where the wizard money comes into play, babe.
No, but what other job other than Ministry of Magic? How did Harry's parents make money? If you're not a teacher at Hogwarts and
We
you
don't
don't work
know
for the
that.
Ministry of Magic, how are you making money?
Muggle jobs. You have to get on Muggle jobs.
And then how do you?
Wiz.
And then you go every week and you convert it to wizard money.
What
No,
is
no,
the
because
what is
I
the
think-
exchange rate for
I think
galleons?
that's
and
what I
dollars?
think it is. I think
Or
it's like
galleons
Is
and
the
pounds.
gold is because the galleon is gold, right?
It's backed by gold. They have a huge gold mine.
So what is the value any different?
Is there a Wizard Federal Reserve?
Yeah, they go into it in the last.
Yeah,
movie.
Gringotts.
Oh, Gringotts.
Yeah.
I can't believe she got.
There's
away
only
with those
one
goblins,
bank.
Man.
There's only one wizard bank
Yeah.
because apparently wizards only exist in
because
London.
they're. Wait, time out. Noah just said you can't believe she got away with those goblins.
Yeah.
Explain why you said
I
that.
can't, otherwise our podcast could get taken off.
No, it's okay.
YouTube.
You're not saying that you agree with this. You're just saying you've noted.
Yeah, this in no way reflects the view of ours, but those goblins
Well,
did
in
not agree
Minecraft-
with
But
the
J.K.
mask mandates.
Rowling said
Yeah, in Minecraft, they're definitely Jewish people.
in Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft, not real life, because then I can't get charged for it. So it's just in Minecraft, not in real life. But yeah, they're definitely
Okay.
Jewish people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
Have you guys
portrayed
heard of that
kinda-
new Harry Potter game?
Yes.
The Harry
okay.
Potter, the
it's
Hogwarts.
like Harry Potter Skyrim. It's
Hogwarts,
awesome.
yeah, but there's a goblin uprising. It's in the 1800s. It's in the late 1800s. It's like 2 years before Dumbledore went to Hogwarts, actually, and there's this big goblin uprising. It actually seems kind of cool.
So
to be honest,
I'm
it's like an
pretty-
open world
Yeah,
sandbox game.
Exactly.
You
yeah.
get to go in your classes whenever you want to go, and you're like a fifth year coming into Hogwarts late. I've seen a lot about it really recently.
I'm
Yeah, it
pretty
does look
excited to play it.
I actually think I might get it. It looks really cool.
I'm pretty sure I will. So I'm gonna just read here what I found. Hogwarts Legacy, the name of the game,
Yeah.
is an immersive open world RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. For the first time, blah blah blah. Your character
like
is a student
1881
who
or something
holds,
like that.
Yeah, you're in the 1800s. Your character is a student who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart. Now you can take control of the action and be the center of your own adventure. I'm pretty psyched for it. Okay, to answer my own.
I'm not even that big in Harry
Hypothetical real
Potter,
quick.
but it just looks like a fun game.
Right, yeah, to answer my own hypothetical real quick, I would also choose Harry Potter just because of the fact that, okay. I'm not, really into Harry Potter, but I have discovered, I've actually came to terms with this very recently. I have just this desire to be immersed in all things fictional. I don't know if it comes from like a actual hating of society currently or what's going on, but I just don't. I want to be as far away from it in just such a magical way. And I don't say magical for the sense of Harry Potter, but it's like I'm really into like this learning all about Star Wars and even Marvel. But anyways,
Have you talked to a therapist?
my therapist has refused to see me anymore.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, she's blocking my.
You
calls.
should talk to one on a chat room online.
Yeah. So
Yeah, those are
anywho,
cool.
sponsored by. I would choose
Sponsored
Harry
by
Potter.
Omegle.
You get some guy in a Joker mask.
Right.
He just screams at you.
So I would choose a Harry Potter world just because I wouldn't want to be a Muggle who just goes about his life in America. I would just want to be a Hogwarts student who, I would even say present day Hogwarts because why not?
yeah, why not?
Because that's only like 20 years.
They're
off the
teaching
show,
CRT
or
in
the
present day Hogwarts though. So I'm not fired.
Wizards have oppressed the house elves for so long.
Yeah.
And
So now
wizard
you
privilege.
are an oppressor as
Right.
a young wizard. So know that.
Yeah,
And
but,
they're not house
moving
elves, they're
on.
elves of house.
Yeah.
but just to learn a little bit more
Lunch
about
didn't
the
show up
magic.
in the room for weeks because the house elves went on strike.
That's
It's like the help when she like takes a shit in the pie. Dobby
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
starts
yeah, yeah.
shitting and peeing all over the
You ate my shit.
that's disgusting. Oh man.
Why do I feel like I referenced that scene a lot? We just talked about
I
that last
reference
week.
I reference the help every day.
haven't
I
seen
tell
them
my
in a long
dog
time.
he's
You
like
is
I say he
important.
was smart. He was kind.
You
He was
is-
important. Yeah.
Oh man.
I say that to my dog every day. I'm not joking.
Dude, and his
like your
dog, for
bedtime
reference,
routine.
is not smart or kind or important.
Oh no, yeah. He's none of those things.
I'm just kidding.
Damn. All right.
Damn.
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 So
Oh damn.
So then, full circle, I would like to play the game just because I'm very interested to not actually necessarily learn more about Harry Potter, but just to like,
Immerse yourself.
yes, exactly.
Yeah,
just
just to live the
that.
experience. Because
Yeah.
the games that came out when the movies were coming out were crap.
Yeah, and like, I really enjoyed Red
Especially-
Dead Redemption.
Did
They
you
were-
guys?
Those were bad games.
Did you guys ever play like the first couple? Because I remember this was like one of the first memories I have of playing a video game. Is like my family got like the first and second game on PC, and the quality is like the old Lara Croft games, and also like there's these giant slugs and you're just like hitting them with a spell, and like Filch chases you and you gotta hide from him, around as you're walking.
Oh man.
Anyways, you're talking about Red Dead.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing that, and so I'm hoping this game
Yeah.
is very similar. To
Yeah, no, I think
what
it's gonna
Red
be.
Dead-
I think it's gonna be really
Yeah.
interesting.
Open world. I heard that there's going to be obviously the what's it called?
The
Jeez.
Whomping Willow Forest. I don't know.
Yeah, just whatever that
The Black Woods,
the Forbidden
Forbidden Forest.
the
Forbidden
Forbidden
Forest.
Forest. There it is. It's going to be like a part of the game, and like you can.
Yeah, there's apparently it's a bunch of new stuff though too.
Yeah,
like there's just
new
a couple
stuff is
of
gonna
like you can
be
go to
in it.
Hogsmeade and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but then other than
exactly.
that, there's like they're trying to just make it a new
yeah.
land
So
around
I'm
the
just
place.
interested to see what they
No,
do
it's
with
just
that.
it's cool because it's I actually thought it was really neat. The name of the game company that like so like J.K. Rowling doesn't really have anything to do with it anymore, but
Thank
like
God.
okay, whatever, but like like she doesn't have anything to do with it anymore, but like the game company that like works for Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers like owns the rights for all the Harry Potter stuff, media stuff, is called Portkey Games, and I thought that was pretty cool because Portkey in Harry Potter, it takes you to a different world or like a different location.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's actually like a perfect name for
a game
company because
Yeah.
it's supposed to transport you to a new world like in the thing. I was like that's actually kind of genius. So
Wow.
so
Cool.
I think it's gonna be pretty cool. But anyways, I know that's straying a little bit far from Halo, but
No,
no, it's not.
we
Good.
were
We've
going
moved-
half circle with that, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We've moved as far away from that as we could possibly get. Actually, who you guys think would win a fight though?
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh no, here we go. Jesus or Ryan Reynolds? I don't know. Jesus probably because of he's like.
I don't know if it's Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool though. They both have that healing factor.
That's true. They do, and they can teleport.
Okay, who you got? Who you got?
Who you got?
I got Anakin Skywalker versus Harry Potter.
Anakin
Oh,
Okay. Here we go.
The boy who lived versus the boy,
who
who
also
massacred
lived.
boys.
Yeah. I
Anakin
guess.
low diff, man.
And
for
I
sure.
okay, no, you start then. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the Force. Come come on, beats magic every time.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think Harry Potter could win if Anakin's saber was built with the same crystal as Harry Potter's wand.
I was gonna say Harry needs to be a Horcrux of Anakin.
Right. That would help a lot.
Yeah.
I really think because like magic and force is basically the same thing.
Well, how many?
Right?
Wait, hold on. How many kids did Anakin?
No,
kill?
you're right.
Because-
Force is genetic.
Okay. I want to clarify.
So is magic in Harry
This is
Potter.
Magic
Anakin
is
Skywalker,
genetic.
not
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Not Darth Vader. Okay.
Either
so
way,
he hasn't
though,
So
killed.
let's say this is Anakin Skywalker Prime Clone Wars.
Okay, there we
Alright.
go.
All right.
So this is
and what Harry Potter is it? Like when in the?
This
is
is
this like
year
20 years
one.
later? Is this 20 years later when he's married and is sending off his
No,
kid
this
with a
is-
dumbass name, Albus
Albus
Severus?
Severus, yeah.
No, this is-
Hey, Albus Severus. The
dishes.
Go.
Pick your socks up off the floor,
don't
Albus
trip.
Severus.
Don't
damn
trip
it.
on the path to the platform 9 3/4. Like, yeah, no, that guy would lose.
I
But-
almost warned him
this-
about that slippery floor, but I was halfway through his first name when he fell.
but I wanted to catch it in my picture that moves.
No, this is I would say this is Harry Potter right after defeating Voldemort.
Okay, so he's like
so he's
adult
at the weakest
in
of
his-
his powers.
He's
probably.
No, that
also
sounds like his
he's
prime.
also Harry Potter in his prime. I
So
would
they're both of them in their
he's
prime.
he's had his like fresh off. I think that's when Harry Potter's in his prime. So Anakin's in his moral prime too,
Yes, exactly.
and Harry Potter is in his like peak.
But he's always
magic.
been moral.
Okay.
Who?
Anakin.
Harry Potter.
Oh, I thought you were saying Anakin.
No, Harry Potter's
But he
always
was saying
been moral.
Anakin
Yes,
is
you're
in
right.
No,
his
I know.
moral
You
prime.
you mentioned his
'cause
morality.
Harry Potter hasn't always been, because in the sequels there's that young wizard who's like, and then Harry Potter has that vision of the young wizard who does dark things. So then while he's sleeping, Harry Potter tries to kill the young wizard, and then he like
No,
rebounds
that's
the-
Star Wars. That's
Oh,
Star Wars.
I'm
You're
thinking
thinking of Luke Skywalker.
I'm thinking of Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
My bad. So
Wait,
so
was that serious?
That's exactly what happens in the Last Jedi.
That's the Last Jedi.
no, I just were you actually thinking that was Harry Potter? Or was that just a joke?
It was a
honestly,
joke.
I'm
It was a
blurring them.
joke.
What's
It was a
funnier?
joke.
What's funnier?
Yeah, whichever one's funnier.
Whichever one's funnier.
No, I think I gotta battle this out. So what's our scenario? There was that one episode you guys set it up. You made a scenario. Was it Jason Bourne versus Gandalf?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you guys and Jacob busted out this whole scenario that set it up. I think we need to set up this scenario.
Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's tough, actually.
it is tough because
Ah.
where would
So
Anakin
let's just
show?
say Harry just defeated Voldemort. Okay, right?
Yeah.
The Battle of Hogwarts just happened. Harry is pissed because a lot of his loved ones have died in that battle.
Mhm.
All right. So
So he goes dark side.
yeah, no. He's not dark side. He's just mad.
Mad.
So he's like full of rage,
Mhm.
you know. And Anakin, while looking for Smee, he happened to Shmi. What's her name?
From
You're on it. But keep
Smee
going.
from
Smee.
His
Peter
mom.
Pan?
His mom's
mom.
name is Smee.
They're talking about. I thought you were talking about Captain
it's
Hook's
Shmi.
first mate
No,
from Peter
Smee.
Pan.
Shmi.
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 Shmi. My bad. Sorry.
What a terrible name for mom.
While looking for Shmi, so they both are kind of full of rage,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because yeah, so he figured out what happened to Shmi. So they're both kind of going through similar things.
I can add to this.
Yeah, add to that.
So then Anakin, when he finds his mom, finds out that the Sand People's culture was heavily influenced by the powers that drove wizardry from Earth, and he gets this religious vendetta against wizardry.
So he's evil.
Well-
So you made him evil.
No, because-
no. He actually just made him
Because
character
what if
accurate, but
what if Anakin believes in like what he believes in? He says it's
Which is
just
evil.
It's just for me to go against the wizarding way.
Sure,
And
okay.
Harry Potter's like, well, the wizarding way is a peaceful people. We don't really mean the violence that other cultures have had against you.
Right, and it wasn't all wizards who did this.
That's true. It's a few bad apples, like they
right,
say.
that all came from the House Slytherin.
Well,
Fair
from the
No,
house from the
that's
house
said.
of Tuscan.
They said that in the book.
Uh-huh.
I just listened to that part. Like they talk about how like
So that it got the Slytherin
Like-
got out and infected the Tuscan Raiders.
nobody other than someone from the House of Slytherin has ever gone bad.
okay.
It's foreshadowing.
Hey, how far are you in the series?
I'm in the first book, like
Okay.
halfway through.
Dang, he's not very far, boys.
Just
All right,
started.
okay, so yeah, Anakin has misconceptions about the wizarding world, and so he's coming after Harry Potter. Harry Potter is just
He's just angry from the losses he
he's
had
got
at the
this-
Battle of
he's got this
Hogwarts.
anger inside of him. He sees the guy with the blue light stick coming at him. So
Okay.
They both had a rough couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
they're ready to take it
They
up.
haven't had a long Dragonheart cigarette, and it's rough, man.
Accidental port key takes Harry Potter to
A
Tatooine
graveyard.
right
around
after
sand,
right
which he
after
hates.
Anakin finds his dead
Say
mom.
again.
He's right around sand, which he hates. So
He
that's
hates
fueling
the
fire.
sand.
So there's
So
they're on
that's a
Tatooine.
detriment to Anakin, right?
No, I think that's
No,
fuel to
the-
the fire,
it's-
man.
yeah.
No,
fuel-
because he doesn't know how to fight in sand. He doesn't like sand.
Okay, so
Tusken Raider
so here is our bare bones scenario. Harry Potter has just had that last fight, killed Voldemort, touched a port key, and went to Tatooine, where he sees Anakin, who has a newfound rage after just seeing his
Right.
dead mom.
Okay,
Yeah.
so are
And
we
they're-
going
they're in-
to
so it's-
transition Anakin Skywalker from instead of Prime Clone Wars to angry teenager in Episode 2?
I think we've got it right here.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Well, you can take the words he just found out like lightly. Okay,
Yeah.
like he just found out like 12 years ago, or
Sure.
he just found out like
Sure. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And what's your thought?
All right, so I'm Harry Potter. I'm
I
going
do have
against
one
Anakin.
clarifying
Go for it.
question.
Oh, wait,
I think
let's
is
hear-
important
say the
before we
question.
Get into this. Can Anakin's lightsaber block curses? Because I think that
Okay.
drastically changes the
I
fight.
think yes.
I would
I
say
think so,
yes.
too.
yeah,
I
but
think he
then
can, like-
also, yeah, okay.
I think he can deflect the spells, and then like
Only
Harry
with the
Potter
lightsaber
can-
though. Like the Force, I don't think would be enough to like push it away. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
feel like it almost have to be reversed because like the wand can block spells, like when they do, when they block stuff.
Yeah, they make a
But-
shield.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd have to counter magic with magic versus just a tool. I don't know though. I don't know.
I-
You guys can. You're the grand jury.
I'm
you
gonna
make
say
that
that
decision.
I think lightsabers should give Anakin a slight advantage.
Not advantage, but level the playing.
Level
field.
the playing field
Yeah.
is
But-
lightsabers can deflect the
Okay.
spells.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I'm gonna stop.
They
Yeah, I'm gonna stop
can't?
talking because I have my idea. idea. So you go, Will.
Okay,
Cannot.
so
Can.
let's say
Oh,
Harry
can.
Potter sees Anakin, but he doesn't have. This is coming from Anakin has the newfound like religious vendetta against wizardry. So Anakin's gonna make the first blow. He's gonna use his force, which Harry's gonna block with like if he can, some sort of spell. They're gonna realize, okay, we're fighting now. And then Anakin's gonna start running at Harry Potter. What's he gonna do? Spells are gonna get blocked by the lightsaber. I'm saying lightsaber's gonna. Ooh, okay. I don't know. Here I'm stuck. Anakin's running at Harry Potter. What's he gonna do? What do you think?
So
Who's who gonna do?
So here's what I've worked out in my mind, but it's really
Yeah, you
it's
did.
it's a more of the end of the scenario, like kind of so Harry Potter gets transported, he appears, him and Anakin, I guess they exchange some words, kind of I don't think they would attack somebody just without knowing who they are,
Mhm.
and he's like, oh, you're that wizarding kind,
okay.
you know what I mean, like, and he's like, oh, my mother's Smee. She was, held captive by the Sand People who happened to worship your wizarding ways.
And then Harry Potter goes, "My mother's name is Smee," and then they don't fight.
Yo, Batman.
And then he looks at Anakin and says, "You have your mother's eyes."
No. So actually, one of Harry's most common spells that he uses throughout like the books and movies is Expelliarmus, which
Yeah.
disarms you.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
arm spell.
And so, like, he takes out his lightsaber, but Harry Potter doesn't really like to kill people either. So,
Unlike
unless
Anakin.
the situation, calls for it, I guess, like, he does, like, one time when he kills somebody by just reflecting his own killing curse at him. Anyways, so in this scenario, I think what would happen is Harry has just fought, for Hogwarts, and he disarms Anakin. So they're basically just fist fighting at this point because, like, really, they both have magical powers. It's a wand versus just the Force. But then Harry sees like a glimmer, like in the distance. Actually, no, it's actually a lot closer to him than the distance. He kind of just sees a glimmer, and he reaches behind him and he pulls out the sword of Gryffindor because it appeared to him, and he slashes Anakin, and that's game over. Anakin is beheaded, but he is no stranger to losing limbs, and he gets his head back.
And then kills him as Darth Vader.
And then he kills Harry Potter as Darth Vader with a prosthetic head, right arm, and both legs.
Prosthetic.
Okay.
I like that.
his
That's my
torso
answer
is
too.
like the core.
That's I think the only way that scenario can
That's the best way to play out, I think.
I think that it has to
Yeah.
be.
I thought you were gonna say the glimmer was like the glint of Jason Bourne's scope. When he was gonna snipe.
Jason Bourne,
Harry Potter
collateral
called his
snipes
friend.
both.
Jason, he's like, Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What
that's-
do you think?
I think
You still stomped on the running at each other.
Anakin has midi-chlorians and he can get the wand away from Harry Potter. Then he's just a boy. So then he can, and he has. Later we'll find out he's no stranger to killing boys.
No, he's not just a boy. He's the boy who lived. So what does that put him in that situation?
Does a Horcrux apply if you cut the kid in half? Like, what's
I
the?
don't think so.
I'd love to
could
see-
he get up and be like, you killed me the first time, but that was just the Horcrux dying.
That's actually one thing that I do want to clarify about Harry Potter is when does the wand matter and when does it not, and when does can you create your own spells, and also how does that work and why can you do that? Like
That's
these
a
are-
whole separate podcast, bud. We don't got time for that.
That's
no,
true.
but I mean it's
Hey,
just
I do want to answer those questions. I want you to actually write those down.
no.
I want to. Okay.
No.
All right.
I'll write
Thank
them
you
down.
for
I'll write
showing
them
up.
down.
I want
I'll
a
write them down.
5-page paper
I
in
really
MLA
actually want you to
format.
write those down. I want us to study it and then come back with a definitive answer. Hopefully the next podcast may be a different one.
No, what
Okay.
do you think?
Noah just jumped on Joel's.
Yeah, I think what Joel said is pretty good. I think they'd be a good back and forth. And then, Anakin's really good at regrowing limbs, so I could see him coming back.
He never regrow.
Okay,
Reattached
but
head.
Harry
Never
Harry also
regrew a
regrew
limb.
the bones in his limbs. So
No,
that
no,
is
The
no.
nurse
something
kind of did that
happened.
for him.
No, with
Yeah,
the
with
nurse,
pumpkin
okay,
juice
no,
or whatever.
You're
You're
talking
right.
about
the pumpkin juice nurse.
the
did
It
one-
that.
wasn't pumpkin.
The one
juice.
from Oscorp, or like
Or
No, I was thinking
No,
of-
Harry Potter.
Animated
Like
series.
when
Harry Potter's not Harry
when
Osborn.
Kenneth Branagh removes all the bones from his arm to heal him.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that in
you?
episode 2. Yeah, when he
Imagine-
falls off the broomstick in Quidditch,
Yeah.
Yeah, when
and
he called
his arms like
Imagine
Yeah.
Wolverine with lightsaber claws.
hell
That'd
yeah.
be so
Dude!
epic.
Wait, well, okay, but tell me what's
Imagine-
the difference between what his claws can already do, though?
I don't know, just look cooler.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much it.
I mean, I think adamantium is a little bit sexier than having like 3 round rods of light come out. I'd be like,
I
what-
agree.
what
I agree.
toys do you
I think
have
the
attached to
lightsaber is kind of lame. You would end up killing
Really?
yourself. Like
You burn the skin around your hand constantly.
But he's constantly healing himself at the same time.
I know, but it would be like an infinite amount of pain. Oh, but doesn't Wolverine say that it hurts all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
No, yeah,
Adamantium.
the claws coming out already causes him pain. And
no,
yeah,
the adamantium is so much cooler than lightsabers.
I think adamantium would be cooler than a lightsaber.
But
If,
imagine
if
like,
you're Wolverine.
in the 90s when they did like the DC Marvel like merged universe where it was like a Batman Wolverine and like a
That was
Superman Captain America. Imagine a Darth Vader Wolverine. That'd be badass.
That would be badass, actually. Okay, but do you think Wolverine's adamantium skull could, or like his claws would stand up against a lightsaber?
I do. I think
I don't think
personally,
Well, is adamantium like
Well,
Beskar of
okay.
the
Let me
Star
ask you a
Wars
question.
universe?
Let me ask you a question.
Let's ask Joel. Let's ask us a question.
Wait, Joel. Wait, can you ask us a question real quick?
Joel,
Yeah,
can
let me
please
ask you a
us
question. Oh, now that you say that, let me ask you a question.
Thank you.
So, do you think that Captain America's shield could block a lightsaber?
Yeah.
No.
No, because it couldn't. It ends up breaking under the weight of Thanos' regular sword.
If Thanos' double-bladed machete could break through it, then I don't think that a lightsaber would.
And if you have Wade or Deadpool, who's in X-Men Origins Wolverine, who gets beheaded, and he already has the mixture of all these mutants, he has the adamantium bones, right?
Deadpool does not have adamantium bones.
Well, like the way in
In
the
X-Men Origins, you're right. He has the
all
machetes.
of that. He has
you're right.
all of that
No!
combined, and he gets
Fuck,
beheaded.
that's so weird. You're right, though. Go ahead.
He loses his head. You'd have to like break some sort of
But adamantium to
spinal-
adamantium does.
vertebrae,
I don't know. To me,
and that's not a lightsaber. That's just what does he get beheaded with?
to me,
No,
Does he get clawed?
Yeah, he gets clawed by the claws.
And
I got to be honest with you. That makes Jedi Superman, and I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Here,
If you say that this lightsaber cannot not cut through anything,
no,
that makes Jedi lightsaber.
No, it can't.
No,
it
it
can't be
can't.
stopped. It can't be stopped.
What can stop it?
Beskar?
Okay, I don't give a shit.
Oh.
Something else from Star Wars. Tell me something not from Star Wars that could stop it.
It doesn't matter if it's not from
Unobtainium.
Star
No.
Wars, though.
It does matter because
No,
that's
but-
exactly what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, unobtainium.
Okay, but the thing
What's
is,
unobtainium?
It's from Avatar. It's the whole planet. The tree is on this giant mine
Airbender?
of
No,
I
Avatar
don't think
from-
so.
You
I think
literally
that-
can't
okay.
obtain it.
Wait. Okay, time out. Joel, stop. It does matter because in the Star Wars universe, there is the strongest metal to defend against the lightsaber is Beskar.
Okay, so in the Star Wars universe, the strongest metal stops it.
Yeah.
And in any other universe, the strongest metal is adamantium, vibranium, all that.
Aluminum in America.
No. So you're saying that the strongest metal in Star Wars can stop it, but the strongest metals in any other universe
Okay,
can't?
but then you have to
Correct.
ask yourself. Okay,
They haven't had a.
technically-
They haven't.
They're all
had
the
a
same metal.
lightsaber.
They're all
But-
the same metal.
Are they though? Or
They are. They
how
are.
do you know that? How do you know? Are you telling me that you did a scientific study to say that Beskar, adamantium, and what's
Vibranium.
vibranium are all the exact same metal?
And you're telling me you did it?
I have not.
Well, I did.
But if you're telling
And I'm
me,
telling you.
okay, if you're telling me that those three metals like transition from each universe to be the exact same metal, then absolutely you're right. Then that is the metal that stops it. But if it's each unique to its own universe, it doesn't matter.
Okay, then why, like,
Oh,
no, but like seriously, why do these Jedi have any trouble ever?
their trouble.
The
is-
Beskar is a recent thing in the universe. It doesn't show up until recently, and yet there's all this trouble. If it can if a lightsaber can cut through everything and like have no trouble.
Because okay, Mandalorians date back.
No, it's a bunch of
eons.
bullshit. They become Superman, and I don't like that. And I don't think that's
That's not
accurate.
true though. That's not
It
true.
is.
They don't become
It is.
Superman.
They do.
They
Then
become
how do they
extinct.
get killed?
They become extinct. Okay, think about Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, where Anakin Skywalker.
So you're like, okay. Well, first off, I think
You're
that's
thinking like a
stupid.
9-year-old Anakin Skywalker right
No,
now.
first of all, I think that's stupid because you're saying that all of these Jedi, which I know this is canon, so like it's not just you saying this, but like all these Jedi just didn't suspect some random clone was gonna shoot him. It's like
no, because they trusted them.
okay, yeah, but that's bullshit because they have the Force, so they should be able to sense that.
It
Like-
doesn't matter if they can sense it or not. They couldn't stop it. Like it doesn't.
They couldn't stop it. They could run away, and it's not about stopping it.
Okay, Episode 3 depicted the carnage that happened. I mean, Leia Secure was literally shot in the back, and then
That's what I'm
Plo
saying.
Koon's
That's what I'm
ship
saying.
got
What's
shot
the point?
down
What's
by
the point
his
of
own
having
troopers.
What's the point of having these like Superman abilities and you don't even use
But
them
they're
ever?
not Superman
they are.
abilities.
They are.
They're not.
Can I time out? Noah, this is the first time on the podcast we've had this heated of a debate. And I was wondering, with your Canadian roots, what is your go-to problem-solving method for this to respect both sides of the argument? What
He
is
says
Joel's?
sorry a lot.
What is Joel's side of the argument?
They could have a hockey fight.
You have a hockey fight.
That'd be the best way to solve it.
It appears. So, Joel, you're saying that. What are you saying? What's your one sentence? What are you saying?
I am saying that I don't. What I'm saying is that the medals from Marvel, to me, would be equivalent to the best medal from a Star Wars universe. That's what I'm saying. Period.
Okay. Now, Micah, what are you saying?
I'm saying that I do not disagree with that analysis. And if that is the case, then these Jedi do not have Superman-like abilities. I've never thought that my sentence is ended. I'm gonna continue on. I've never thought that a Jedi is a Superman or has this godlike.
No,
persona.
I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah,
So
I
they're
agree
in
with you.
agreement.
No. What I'm saying is that if you make that medal, like if you're to like cross fight universes, like these hypotheticals,
yeah.
there's no reason a Jedi should ever lose if nothing else can stop it.
Okay, but that's not. But okay, you're
That
right.
is fair.
You're right, but people have never said that nothing can stop a Jedi. Like
Jedi have died.
many Jedi have died for many reasons. Jedi have died from bounty hunters. Jedi have died from Mandalorian. Jedi have died from other Jedi. Like their senses are off, and like the attunement to the Force they have is subject to each of their own.
I think that a lightsaber would be able to cut through these strongest metals, and here's why.
But it can't. Not even in Star Wars.
It can't.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I take back the whole thing.
I can tell you this. At least we see
tell you this.
in the Mandalorian.
I don't get no respect.
I don't get much respect around here. But in the Mandalorian, we did see that the Beskar did start to receive some heat resistance when it came against the Darksaber. Now, I'm not going to go into the lore of the Darksaber. Just kidding, I am. So the Darksaber was constructed by the Jedi Vizsla. What's his first name? Cal Vizsla? No. No. What's his first name?
I have
remember.
no
Vizsla.
idea.
Let's call him Mandalorian Vizsla, who was the first Mandalorian, the only Mandalorian to become a Jedi. Now, he made his lightsaber.
Do you have to show his face to do that?
So it wasn't really a Mandalorian if he did.
Hey, you might be right. But he constructed the Darksaber, and he used a certain type of kyber crystal that he then, like, and not, I don't say he corrupted it because he didn't, but he definitely bled into it, if you will, this sense of passion. I don't want to call it anger, but there's a sense of passion and strength of will, right? So
It was a raging against the system, kind of like Halo.
much like
So
it.
true.
Yeah.
Half circle. Yeah, we did a full Halo.
We did a full Halo. And so, in The Mandalorian, we see Din Djarin using it against that, what is that guy's name? Moff what?
Gideon?
No.
No, Moff Tarkin?
Wait, it was Moff Gideon. You're
Yeah,
right. It
Moff
was
Gideon.
Moff Gideon. Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
And the Beskar starts to heat up as they press and they hold against each other. They break away and it cools down and it's whatever.
Pressure.
It's atoms.
Pressure causes heat.
Friction.
Sure.
It's
So-
just, I'm learning about this right now.
Right, but what I'm saying is the Darksaber is its own mystical sense of itself. But a lightsaber itself has not proven to be able to stop lightsaber's not proven to cut through Beskar. Take this fight with Din Djarin and Ahsoka Tano. Her lightsabers did not do shit to it, right? Ahsoka Tano versus the same dagger, the spear that Din Djarin ends up wielding did shit against it.
All I'm saying is that, to me, adamantium and vibranium would be able to stand up against a lightsaber.
And I'm not saying you're wrong.
So we're in agreement.
I think
they would be equal. They would clash like that.
I think if you say
with what I'm doing with my hands to the listener, I'm banging my hands together,
Yeah.
and my hands are not going through one another.
Adamantium and Vibranium is equal to that of Beskar.
And lightsaber?
No,
No,
not equal to a lightsaber.
but
Oh, to the
withstand that-
hardest
it
metals.
It can withstand a blow
It's the
from
sickle
it.
to the hammer, if you will.
You
I don't-
don't know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
so-
comrade.
I don't know. I kind of brought it back.
Yeah.
To communism?
To
I don't
communism?
know.
To
Yeah,
the Karl
didn't
Marx
we
book
start this
joke.
conversation with
Karl Marx, yeah, from
Yeah,
Halo.
from
Yeah,
Halo.
I mean,
We
this
started-
Karl Marx
from
dovetailed
Halo?
really nicely.
From the book that she's reading. On the
She really enjoyed that Karl Marx book. She's like, wait a minute. If you're saying if we implement this new empire, I don't have to work anymore?
When are we going to seize the means of production from the prophets?
yeah, from the prophets. The person talking to her.
There you go.
That's why her palms are sweaty.
Were her knees weak?
Yeah. There's
Her
vomit
arms
on
are
her
heavy.
sweater.
Already?
Mom's spaghetti.
That's wild.
Damn. She's
Crazy.
nervous.
All right, hey, Joel, 10 seconds to go. Name 3 Harry Potter spells.
Wingardium Leviosa, Sectum Sempra, and Expelliarmus.
Okay, very good.
You looked like you were reading that up.
I know, it really did look
just-
like he
I'm
was.
not. I just says Texas Chainsaw and super villain backstory.
I don't remember those spells.
Yeah.
All right. All right, no, go. 10 seconds. And in 10 seconds, I want you to tell me 3 things. I want you to name 3 planets in Star Wars.
Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Dantooine.
Oh, damn. That was fast as hell.
Oh, dang, dude.
Wait. What was the second one you said?
Tatooine.
Tatooine.
What was the third one?
Dantooine.
Okay.
Yeah. And what was the first one?
Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk,
I might
yeah.
have mispronounced
Okay.
it.
No, you got- you- it was
That's
good.
Canadian. That's how Canadians say
that's what we say in
Kashyyyk.
Canada
Yeah.
when we talk about Wookiees.
Okay. Will, 3
Do you guys
seconds.
about
relate
No,
to the
I'm sorry.
Wookiees?
Will, 10 seconds. Go.
Kawooks.
I want you to name. It's terrible.
He's
It's really
Canadian. I
terrible.
can say it. Can I have
Is
a K pass?
Yeah, you have a C. it's
Here we
C
a
word.
C pass. We
It's
call it a
C
K
word.
tag here.
Will,
That's a Kansas
10
interstate
seconds.
travel joke.
I want you to tell me 3. Wait for it for the answer.
Yes.
3 Rockstar video games, but you cannot repeat the series.
Oh,
and
gosh.
go.
GTA, Red Dead Redemption, and I've never seen is Crackdown. Bully?
He did it.
Is that a Rockstar
You
game?
kind of did it, but it was Joel. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Bully.
I remember Bully.
It is.
What
Like
a
the only
terrible
3
game.
games
Yeah, I
you've
know,
ever
right?
played.
It's like the
That
new
reminds me of
Hogwarts game.
Blockbuster. That reminds me of Blockbuster.
I would see like it was always all the spines were facing
Right,
out, but
right.
that was always the one that was turned.
Yeah,
where they
because no one ever got
They're
it.
like, can you guys please
Yeah.
buy this game?
Are we talking about the same Blockbuster on Rock Road?
We are.
Like,
Yeah,
my
we're
20
probably talking
Canada
about
too. Like everywhere just had this bully copy just
Are
sitting
you
there in
serious?
Blockbuster rent.
Oh my
Absolutely.
gosh, this is a real thing. This isn't a Mandela effect thing.
Wow,
this is
just a
real.
shared memory.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all just share the. And you're from Canada.
I know.
That's
it was
wild.
up there at our Blockbuster.
I remember that because the
Fully.
first rated.
You walk into one Blockbuster, it's actually the same one. You
Yeah,
walk through a
carbon
portal,
copy.
the door.
Yeah.
It's a port
I
key.
miss
Yeah, you
Yeah.
touch the
man.
door handle. It's a
We probably
port
saw
key.
each other in that Blockbuster.
Probably it's a port key.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's all it is. It's exactly
I
all
think
the same.
yeah. No, first rated M game I ever played was Assassin's Creed. The first one we rented it from
Is that
Blockbuster.
rated M?
Yeah, and then
no
and then
idea.
the
Dude, games are rated a
first
lot.
rated M game I
gentler.
owned was purchased from that Blockbuster. Like you could rent it or you
Oh,
could
yeah,
buy
yeah.
it.
Right.
We bought it with Splinter Cell Conviction.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a good game.
what a classic,
Fantastic
though.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that game.
that was great.
My
great.
first M rated was Halo.
Yeah.
Buy or play.
See, I didn't.
Mine
I
too.
didn't
Halo
own it.
for me
Yeah.
also.
That was
Me too.
that was probably my first played because we had a Xbox, regular Xbox at our grandma's house. That was our uncle's, and my brother and I would go over there when we were like 8 and 9, and we'd play through Halo 1 campaign, Halo 2 campaign.
Oh yeah, nice.
And
Nice.
that was awesome. Then
Nice.
my dad came in, and he like schooled us in the multiplayer, sniping us out of ghosts, and we were like,
Oh.
what? How did you learn to play? And it was like you try to use
He
the
goes-
magic on me. I
he
was
get-
there when it was written.
He's
It
like,
was
he's like,
a-
he's like, that's my secret, son. My hands fit on the controller.
yeah, it was that because
Yeah.
my tiny hands couldn't reach
Yeah,
black
right.
or white.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh man,
that was a Blockbuster memory lane.
yeah. You just
So
unlocked a lot of memories for us with that one.
just what was your? So we watched Halo. We talked about that at the beginning episode. What's your first memory of Halo?
Okay. I have mine. I can go first unless someone else wants to go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. So set the scene here. It's Christmas morning. I want to say I don't know. It's probably It's probably 13 years ago, and I had been begging my parents for an Xbox for months and months and months, and they just kept telling me, "You're not going to get one. I'm so sorry. We can't afford one. You can't get it." Christmas morning comes, like, "Yeah, one
Relatable.
more big one right back there," and I'm like, "Oh, what's this?" And I start tearing it apart, and it's Xbox 360. And,
Nice.
Oh my gosh, I am just over the moon. My parents didn't know the one they bought me with a bundle package.
Nice.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, it goes with Halo Reach. And they're like, it does? I'm like, yeah, no, it's right here on the box. It says Halo Reach included with
you
digital-"
can't play that until you're 18.
And they're like, yeah, we meant to get that for you. And so then I like the very first game I downloaded with Halo Reach, and I remember like late that night after like all the
yeah.
hubbub stopped, I was able to sit down and play for the first time, and I launched the campaign, and the
Nice.
music just starts like,
Oh, man.
The music just
man.
hits,
and I just
man.
like chills just ran down me. I go, I'm in heaven, and I blacked out from that point on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Halo for me.
Do you have yours, Noah?
Yeah, mine was so actually both my parents played Halo, like my mom and my dad.
Wow.
He worked. He had like an IT job, and all the guys in the IT department would play Halo on Wednesday nights.
That's great.
And my mom started playing too. She's actually better than my dad and a lot of his work friends. It was kind of crazy.
That's amazing.
But anyway, I was like 10 when they started doing this.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me play it, and I would just ask them to let me play it for so long because it was rated M. I get
Right,
it. But
yeah.
Finally, like after like 6 months of begging, they finally let me play it. And it was just like, I just remember playing Rockets on Blackout with my dad.
Oh!
And then like we would do this thing where
Yes.
like his work friends that he'd play with on Wednesday night, on Monday night, if they had kids, they would let their kids play all together.
Yeah.
So it would just be like 8 of us from like my
Yeah.
dad's work, like their kids all just playing Halo.
Was this
so it was just like custom games.
Was this the first
Dude.
Halo?
It was Halo 3.
Halo 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
Halo 3 was a classic.
Halo
Yeah,
3
Halo
was
3
my
was
favorite
classic.
one. Yeah.
I had a lot of fond memories of playing. I think through the campaign with like you, Joel, and with other people.
Yeah,
so,
so good.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who's gonna go for it?
Joel.
My
Dip your toe into that
my
one.
my first memory of Halo is going over to my cousin's house and playing on their original Xbox because I only had like a PlayStation 2, maybe some of those games.
So you were a
It's-
Battlefront
You're
kid.
so.
I played
lame.
Battlefront 2 a lot,
Yeah.
yeah, but just some other games, and I had Super Nintendo also, so I didn't really have like those type of games, and also I don't think my parents would have bought me those type of games at the time. But I remember like playing against my two cousins. We played long shot, like, and we'd be on the opposite sides, and I didn't know anything about it, but like I just kept getting sniped in the face. But like you just grab a sniper, basically you go through the portals, you kind of like try to find each other. You're you're screen peeking, but you don't
never
let anyone
do
know
it.
that you're screen peeking
All the time.
I don't know you're on the cliff.
There's 3 screens in a 19-inch in a
Deep
space.
TV.
It's like it's a fat TV. It's a CRT.
Even if
like,
you're not trying to screen peek, you're screen peeking.
you can't help it. It's part of your peripheral vision. It's what God gave you. But that's so you're screen peeking. You know where everyone is. You know they're on floor 4. You're climbing up the ladder to go and snipe them across the way. They're pissed because you got them. You're dead because they're better than you in the game in every way. But yeah, that's my first memory of Halo. So
Mine was my grandma would babysit us during the summers, and her brother, our great uncle, dropped his like Xbox off, and we would play that in what was our great grandmother's room. She passed away, so then it was like when we'd hang out, like that just became like the game room, and it was still like a bedroom.
yeah,
There's a bed there, like 2 recliners in front
yeah,
of the
but
TV.
only M games can be played in there.
Well, we played Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy on original Xbox. I don't know if any of you
I don't know
heard
what
of that.
that
I've
is.
never
I have
even
not.
heard of that.
That, and there was a Crimson Tales. It was a playing game, Crimson something. And then there was Halos 1 and 2. And Gary and I, my brother Gary, who's also on this podcast, we would play through
Dude, it's 75% off on Steam right now. $374.
Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a terrible game.
I'm not getting it. I'm just telling you,
Yeah,
it's
well, yeah.
$374 in case you want to go down memory lane.
You should get it.
I'll get it.
And yeah, so we would
This
play
game's
through
20 years old.
the story, Halo 1, like over the course of a summer, go through Halo Combat Evolved, first one, and then Halo 2. And then like one summer later, my like best friend in my neighborhood, that's exactly it. He was like best friend in my neighborhood, and he's in my neighborhood. I've said that weirdly. I would spend the night at his place.
Neighborhood who's a friend, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I would spend the night at his place, and he had older brothers who had Xbox 360, and they would play Halo 3. So that was when I got exposed to Halo 3, and I would play that. And then like one Christmas later, we got Halo 3. It was a bundle of the Xbox 360 Elite, which was
Halo 3 is the first Halo I owned,
Yeah.
personally, but
so we had that and Halo 3 ODST in that bundle with the Xbox 360 Elite, which was when Xbox 360 did their black model with more gigabytes on their hard
Yeah,
drive.
yeah.
You could add the attachable storage space.
Yeah.
in the bottom, like it had the cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had that, and Gary and I would play. Like I just remember that Christmas break, we would get up and we would just do Forge on Sandtrap and just
Yeah.
make whatever and drive
Forge
whatever.
sucked though in
Heck
Halo
yeah.
3. Well, looking back,
Yeah.
at the time it was actually
It was
really cool.
awesome.
Do you
But
guys
once you
think
played
that,
Reach, like Forge was pretty trash in other
Yeah.
games. Like
Well,
even
do
in
you think
4, I
Reach-
thought it was trash.
Do you think Reach had the best Forge?
Yeah, I do think.
I think Reach's Forge got it right.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
Reach's Forge is the best. Halo 4, they got too technical with it and also too
The
limited.
maps
at
weren't
the same
as
time.
good for
Yeah,
forging.
no Forge World. You didn't have unlimited utility. Like,
Yeah.
well, not you didn't have unlimited
It had a
in
very high
Reach, but it was a
level.
different type of limit. Like, yeah.
Now it's great because you can go into the new, or whatever the newest, not Halo Infinite, but
the 5.
the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
If you go in the Master Chief Collection, you can get on Halo Reach. You can get on Halo
Do you have
Reach's
unlimited
Forge,
stuff?
and you can get the things from the other games. So
Oh.
you can do like Halo 5 vehicles, like because they come out with
Oh,
cooler
I should
stuff
go back into Forge on PC.
on Halo Reach.
Yeah.
It's great.
Can you have unlimited things on PC?
Well, no, I mean there's.
'Cause I feel like
there's
a PC could run that game so much better than an Xbox could have.
I think there's still always going to be the item cap.
Yeah, they're gonna put the
That
cap.
sucks
'cause
though. But
otherwise
the cap
map
had to
is
do
But
with
getting-
the
but
cap had
getting,
to do with
like-
the actual ability of your graphics card to run that stuff, right? I mean,
but getting the like, there's some missions in the Halo games where it's like, oh, we're doing one mission in space where you're in this fast-moving vehicle that you'll never be on the ground. You can spawn those in Halo Reach's Forge on Forge World,
That's pretty
and have
cool.
like plenty of room to.
that's cool.
do your cool, like,
That-
aerial
Forge
stuff.
World's gonna be the best. Ever.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. But those are our our Halo memories.
Yeah, to actually bring this podcast full circle, we just started with Halo, and now we're going to end with
That was the
That
whole
is
point. of
awesome
that.
planning
we
right
did pretty
there.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Planned it from start to finish, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us again for another episode of the DisasterMinds Podcast. Quick shout out. We did have an episode last week. So sorry about that. Technical issues. But if you're tuning back in, we have an episode for you. Please like, please subscribe, please do whatever you can to follow. Give us some notice, recognition. We're happy to see you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Sayonara.
Bye.